Welcome again. This is the first ever official video, and the first official video will be the unboxing of the US Navy Gerald Ford CVN-78 from Magic Factory. Now, I remember a few years back having to build a having to actually build a Gerald Ford class carrier, and that was actually a request by a customer, and he wanted the Gerald Ford carrier to be, exactly like it was. And at that time, we didn't really have any kits for that, and that was back in 2016. Not knowingly, 7 years later, my wish come true, where a very prominent, I would say a very new Magic Factory is actually a very new, well-renowned producer of kits. It's actually based from China. Of course, they produce very rare kits, and amongst is the Israeli Iron Dome, and now, of course, is the famous Gerald Ford aircraft carrier. I hope they can actually do the HMS Queen Elizabeth II, which is actually the latest version of the carrier of the Royal Navy. Now, without further ado, let's see the box. Absolutely brilliant, nice boxing here. You can actually see paint on the carriers. Made in China. So this is the factory base. Now, I have some visual lighting problems, so I hope that does not make any sort of video quality even more dim. Straight out of the box, you get the paint guide. Now, what I like about this paint guide is I think the paint guide size and the parts inside of it so you get the decals, and the strike group. This US Navy strike group, Black Lions. So these are, I reckon, the updated air wings that we have on the real Gerald Ford, and most likely than not, the main feature here are these F-35s Raiders, 15 Valiants, and you even got the Stingray drone UAVs. One thing is I recognize you don't get any helicopters, so I think maybe helicopters are a thing of the past, or maybe they are not probably inside this scheme. So behind it, you get the full body of the craft. I'll be doing maybe a full hull of this carrier. I think it's a waste to not be doing a full hull of this really supreme carrier, modern carrier of the US Navy. So you get this very nice plastic cover for the deck. And the first look of the deck, the smooth, very nice edges, I can already tell you that a very minimal work will be required in terms of making those lines prominent. I'm not really familiar with Magic Factory, but it seems they have a very good quality. They're basically maybe a contenders of Flyhawk. There's another new brand, also from China, but these are brand that they are not that cheap, and they're not pretty much, they don't lack in quality, and sometimes you pay what it's worth. It's really nice deck detail. So okay, no sort of flashing issues. I'm not sure if they're going to build a 1/350 scale. That will be a much more bigger hit. I'm a 1/700 guy. As one main reason is that if I build those huge ships, I don't really have time, I don't even have space to store them. So this is the body of the carrier. Also quality wise looks supreme. And this is the underneath hull. So this will be in dark red. It looks something like this. I'll be doing a building video of this very soon. And I just loved how supremely well Magic Factory, you know, how they actually mold their parts in a box with all these extra efforts. I mean, these plastic things are very cheap, so manufacturers should, you know, really produce them. I'm not sure if you can get this one in eBay, but I got this one from a Chinese website. So next I'm going to be doing an unboxing on this trusted pad here. I also bought some tools together with the craft, since the hobbies store has it. A very nice tool. So these are the aircraft parts. You can actually see. Instead of going for the transparent cockpit, they actually have these pretty much normal plastic parts for the aircraft, which in my opinion, I think, you know, for a 1/700 scale, it's not much of details you can do unless you want to use photo etch to make the canopy look more realistic. But To own its own opinion, I think that it's not really much difference if you don't really have those things. In terms of the fineness, I would say that not bad, but it's not much as crisp as the deck we saw earlier. I think maybe more room for improvement for the 700 scale. These are the parts, the naval parts. Right. Moving forward, we look at, I'm definitely building this one, no doubt about it. These are the 1700 UAVs. This is the Hawkeyes, looking great. These are the upper compartments of the carriers. Looking supreme so far. Next parts are the propellers. This is the island of the carrier. More components. More components. the antennas. Finally, the F-35s. Now this is actually what we call supremacy. These are the decks. Very nice quality so far. Last but not least, decals. Got the photo etch. These are the decals. deck decals. Last but not least, the guide. Parts. Instruction sheets. Oops. I think they're very easy to follow. Nothing. Pretty much is. This is the island. Aircraft. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.